guys, welcome back to another video and a pretty big box today. Let's get into it. Yes, today we have a very big unboxing, probably the biggest unboxing I've done on YouTube for a while, to be honest. But we're going to get into this. We have some things to get into and show you, and some things to explain as well. There's just some really good things happening. Right, we've dug into this box now, and we have a few surprises. Oh, this is a huge unboxing. So, packaged very, very well. This is a pickup I made on Facebook Marketplace. And, yeah, it's some things that are out of print. The first thing I want to do is call out Aiden's Physical Media, because he tagged me in a post that made me spend money, let's just say. So cheers Aiden for that. And if you guys have been watching my Blu-ray hunting videos, you will know that I recently picked up the Vault for Scarface number 3. Well, that video of course went across to Aiden, and he watched the video and tagged me in, you know, on Facebook. Somebody selling some. I bought 5, I think it was 5 of these things. So we're going to get into this. I can't exactly show you on here, but you can kind of see they're all being packaged up perfectly, and we're going to get into them one by one. Check the quality of them, check the condition. There's a few bits of movements there, but you know, guy did send me photos of all of the insides of them, the most common areas are these things to break on, and all of that. So the first one we have is number 4, 1917. Here we go. So as I say, these are all out of print. These are all 4K. This was the one that I did notice on the photo had a little bit of damage on this thing, but you know, the actual box itself though, really minty condition. If we slide that on there, you can see that acts as the thingy. There's the spine there. On the back, we've got a nice image there. Sam Mendes written by. So opening this up then, we get this nice bit of word in there. Down to Gehenna, or up to the throne, he travels the fastest who travels alone. Get this division or 18th div thing there, and then in here is all the bits and bobs. We get a picture card there, another picture there. This one is some handy cut. Yeah, looks like a little thing there. Another 2 pictures here. Yeah, all really good condition. Just 4 pictures on that one. And then the backs. And then some like set photos as well. This was the war film that was all shot in one go, wasn't it? There's the poster. More set photos. And then that one, very iconic. So that is all those things stuck in the pamphlet there. That's the 18th division there. And then this is the bit that was moving about that I was showing you. So you can see my reflection there, but you can see these are the common faults with these things. Like these things just move back and forth. But I really think with this one I can potentially thing it. But this one is number 1500 and there you go, 1556 there on that one. Actually, yeah, there you go, 1556. But I'm going to leave this one out because it wobbles around everywhere, and I'm going to try and fix the insides of these, because I've seen a way that you can kind of fix this and make these stay in place. So I'm gonna have a go at that. And then here then is the actual wallet disc thing, which comes up like this, opens out like so. So you've got nice pictures all along there, look, characters, and then around here then is the discs. 1917. Really nice. So good condition, as I say, just that little bit there. Some of the other pictures he did send me of some of the other ones, it's almost like you can kind of, this was the worst one to be honest, where it's got a little mark there, where it's kind of been pressed down. But the one he sent me was all ripped up here, so I said no to that one. But you'll see that in a bit now in terms of which ones I didn't get. But stay tuned for the end, I'll tell you how much I paid for all these. But yeah, the only negative with this one is this little corner, which I did see on the picture and I wasn't too bothered by, to be honest. It's just, you know, that protector bit. But you can probably get a protector of the protector maybe so it doesn't rip even more through Steelbook Central. Maybe I'll look into that. But this one here is 1917. That's the first one. We're gonna have a ton of packaging here as well though, which is gonna be cool. Of course I'll fix that one because I want that to I'll leave that there to remind me so I know which one I need to sort out. But that is 1917. Next one then we have is this one. This one also. See, this is a common thing with these things. They just weren't built very well in that sense. So this one here, give it a once over quickly. Get another little rip on the outer thing here. On the back, I didn't notice about this one. But again, can't be helped with those things. You can't. They're just plastic. Shawshank. This one's good. Shawshank Redemption. They probably all need a bit of a wipe over, to be honest. But I'll do that with some alcohol wipes. So as I say, the only thing with this one is just this little bit here. But considering these are all out of print and comparing the Kex price versus what I paid, you'll understand why. So here's the box. As I say, it does move back and forth. There is the front artwork there. Nice. And then it does wrap around as well. I didn't want to show you that bit. And then there, good quality there. And then again, credits and stuff there. So this opens up like this. Another quote there. Remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. And then here we get, Dear Warden, you were right. Salvation lay within. Andy Dufresne. And there's the back there. Watched this very recently, this year. Really good. And we also get a letter in here for Red. That's pretty nice that there's actually this included. So this is the actual Red letter, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit beaten up, but what can you do? Looks like it was, yeah, it was initially in this envelope, but it looks like somebody bent it. Probably to try and get it to fit into here. Yeah, because it doesn't really fit in there. So, shame. That's a shame. But if we open this one up now, this thing has got plenty of character art cards, all there, all there. Oh, what a guy. Morgan Freeman. There he is, Tim Robbins. And they've all got like quotes on the back of them by each of the characters, I guess. We've got then a poster in this one as well. This is number 5 in the Vault collection. Nice poster there. It looks like A3. And again, this one here is another poster, which is that artwork, and then that artwork. So yeah, and if I put this red letter in here, you can see that it kind of doesn't really fit. So I just noticed as well, there's a little bit of the glue is coming off there, but with glue and stuff, you can just put some super glue there. I was probably, you know, just going in and out of it. You know. So another one, and then this is number 315. If you can see that, yeah, 315. Yeah, there it is. Another one then that needs to be looked at is number 2. This one's not too bad, like in terms of this side actually is there. It's just this side doesn't have it, but you can flap this thing down, which is what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna put a card in there and glue it to that flap. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Inside then we do get the disc thing, and then here it is, the pictures opening out then, and that's nice. Look at that. And then all the discs. Pretty nice. Looks like the inside of this one has ripped in the past, with the rubber has come off and looks like it's just been glued down. That's the thing with these are made of cardboard. They're not, you know, they are not made of thing. You've just got to be really delicate when you're using them, haven't you? So, and that's fine by me. you know. But I'll leave that one out for now because, like I say, that's just an indicator of what I need to fix, I guess. So there's number 5 there, Shawshank Redemption. Again, another passable one. And then when you see how much that sells on CEX, yeah, another one. I have to do all fixes on all these things. Like I said, it's a very common fault of these things. This one, number 6. Very, very, very expensive. The most, like, Keck sells this one the most in terms of value. So, as I say, number 6 on the vault there. There's that spine there on that. This one has this on the front. Nice thin there with people running away. That artwork just goes all the way around. Black on top, black on bottom. And on the back then we've got the shark himself. There. Opening it up. You're gonna need a bigger boat. And then there's another pamphlet there. Really nice box set, this one. Got that there. Get into that now. And again, this is similar to the Shawshank one. It's fine to there, but then it breaks there. As I say, common fault. Right, so if we get this one out, this one is number, we've got a few marks on here. As I say, I need to wipe all these. 100, put my on there, 1752. 1752 for that one. Jaws. This is of 4,000. The others were of, oh sorry, it's 1917 was of 3,000. Shawshank was of 5,000. This one's of 4,000. So they're all different. Right, so let's get into the pamphlet. That is on the other side of the pamphlet. You all know me. I know how I earn a living. I'll catch this bird for you, but it ain't going to be easy. Bad fish. Watched Jaws recently too, to be honest. Got a ton of hate on that video as well. Here is that one there. Nice art card there. Another one there. Another one there. The crew. And then bigger cards then. There's the boat. Shark. And then the poster. And all of which have these like different bits of information on the back of each of these cards. Like all just different stuff going on. We've got a Amity Island. Users welcome. And then I guess people, the graffitied sign. No swimming, hazardous, beach closed. And then this really nice looking poster by the looks of things. Look at that. And then that one on that side. Nice that all the stuff seems to be there. Yeah, this is a mega unboxing. We've still got 2 left to look at. So see which other 2 I've got. But this one's a real find because you guys know how expensive these are. This one here, Jaws. And then Orca on the back. And then this just slides off there. And then we get 2 pictures. And then we also get those 2 which go like that. And then that spans out like this. But obviously those 2 pictures can make up the thing. And then here is the inside with the discs. Different artwork on the discs from the actual 4K, I imagine. I remember, rather. So nice that they made that effort as well. And then inside it goes. As I say, that's number 6 in the Vault collection. So pretty nice. And as I say, this is the one that CEX sells the second-hand ones for a lot of value. So 2 left then. Ooh, this one's just slid out. Really good condition on this little slip box as well. As I say, just get an alcohol wipe on some of these and they'll just come right off. 2001. This is another one that's worth quite a bit. Ooh, this one doesn't seem to be broken. But yeah, this one's also worth quite a bit. This is from number 7 in that collection. So inside this mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it. And then on this side, you've got, I know I've made some very poor decisions recently. Maximum restricted entry. On that side then, we've got logic memory print. And then all of these then, poster-wise, 2001, 2001, and then this one looks similar to the, well, there is the artwork on the front, and then some actual screen grabs. Really nice, all good stuff. Very iconic image that is. And that one, yeah, I will say this one's not as nice as the Jaws one, probably because the Jaws one comes with, you know, like the actual graffiti and the beach sign and all that, so you know, some actual bits from the film, I guess. But that is that pamphlet there. And then this one here actually is intact. If I just take this one out, yeah, you can see the actual side there is fine, the side there is fine, so this is a good intact one. And this is number 996 of 6,000. So as they go in, they are producing more and more of these. And then this then has that there, and then HAL 9000 on the back. You pull this up, and we have a 2 image on there, this big image. And then on this side, you've got those two, which then indicates then inside your discs. All very premium these are. If you've never seen these before, very premium. And I think this is about 80 quid on CEX to buy. I didn't pay that though. Stay tuned. There's that. So that is 2001 Film Odyssey, and the first that we haven't put that there, so I haven't got to fix this one, but that's pretty cool. And the final one then is number 1 in the collection. And this one's obviously the oldest one, so probably the one that could have the most damage on it, but doesn't look like, just needs a good wipe maybe. Blade Runner, Final Cut. The only bit of damage I'm seeing is this bit up here, this bit here. It's just, you know, kind of coming away, but yeah, nothing to really worry about. Take that off, like that. On the front, really nice artwork on this one. This one's about 80 as well, I think. Good artwork on there. Doesn't make a noise. Wraps around, got Harrison Ford on the back. Then bits down there. And then inside, look at that. It's just very premium. These are very, you know, nice. So we've got this pamphlet then inside, which has that on there. Tyrell. So we've got art cards galore. So like that, that way around. So there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. That one, that one, that one, and that one. All very big cards as well. They are quite big, I will say that. And then it looks like we've got a blueprint, maybe a ship of some kind. There we go. Nice. But yeah, art cards and a blueprint thingy on that one. So everything's included, yeah, there's nothing missing. And then we have Blade Runner, the Final Cut there, and then that on the back. That goes up then. Harrison Ford's there. Eye there, and then that one there. And then it opens out. Look at that. The discs are all in there as well. Brilliant. So fantastic. Blade Runner there. Yeah, so this was number 1935 of where is it? Oh, there we go. 1935 of 3,000. So start at 3,000. But this one's intact as well. So nothing to worry about with that one. So yeah, you know, just the 3 there, but I think I can fix them anyways because they move about. That's the only thing wrong with them. But other than that, you know, we've then got all of the pamphlets and stuff. All of the bits are inside, which is really nice to see. So I'll probably say, you know, other than the stuff that I can fix, the only bits that are really damaged are probably the actual outer sleeve things, which, you know, each to their own, I suppose. But of the 5 then, you can see these are what we grabbed today. So all 5 of these, number 1, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And I also do have number 3, which kicked this whole thing off, Scarface. I paid £245 for these with shipping included in that price. That's not even 50 quid for each of these. This is 75, this is 100, I think that's 75, I think that's 30 or 40, and I think that's about 70 as well. So total on screen there of what CEX actually sell these for. I paid $245, so a fantastic deal. So thank you so much to the guy that sold them to me on Facebook. I can't remember your name, but thank you so much for that. He wasn't a viewer or anything. He doesn't watch YouTube, he said, but really appreciate you sending them out and also packaging them like you did. As I say, not sure why he's selling them, but I've made a good dent there, and I'm going to now slot number 3 into here. And yeah, there they are. All in a condition that I'm pretty happy with. And they're going to be, you know, on the shelf up there when I actually get the bigger box shelf thing sorted that I'm going to work on. But awesome stuff. The vaults, we've made some moves this month with vaults, let's just say. And we've got now number 2 is needed, number 8. Yeah, number 2 and number 8, I think, on the screen here, the ones I need. So I think there's only 2 more. And then at the end of the year, we're getting Poltergeist and The Shining getting released. So they're going to be added to this. So yeah, I'll fix those ones there. Those are the 3 that I need to sort out, which I can get to. I need to wipe these up. They look a bit dusty. They've been on a shelf for a while maybe, and obviously not touched. So I'm going to wipe them up a bit, get them tidied and all of that. May even look for some actual things to put this into to protect it even more. And obviously, you know, protect them further potentially. So really nice additions, really nice to actually own these now and to pay, you know, they were 50 quid each brand new. I paid less than that for these. I paid like 49. So I basically bought them for retail, considering they're all out of print and, you know, hard to get. So amazing deal. Very pleased with the price and everything offered there. And awesome stuff. And I'm also forgetting now, like Jaws, Shawshank, 1917, Scarface and Blade Runner I have on the shelf here, so I can sell those versions of the films now if I want to. Do you know what I mean? I'm probably selling 1917, for instance, but I wouldn't sell Jaws because I've got Jaws 2 and I like them to be together. Same with Blade Runner. I like them to all be together. But maybe like Shawshank and the odd ones, Scarface, 1917, I might just sell them now because I've got them in this version. So I might keep the other versions just for the sake of if they're in like actual, you know, trilogies with them, I suppose. But yeah, the vault is finally opened now at Movies with James, and thank you so much to all of that. And also thanks to Aidan. I know Aidan's physical media, you did tag me in that. Without you, I wouldn't have bought these, even though you did maybe spend money. But no, I appreciate you and letting me know that these were available. And as I say, thanks so much for that. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon if you want to see me pick up more physical media, Blu-rays, 4Ks, all of that like you just did. Very long video, 30 minutes actually of this clip, so I'm not sure what I managed to edit it down to, but thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, just comment saying, James, you're in the vault. That will give me an indicator that I know that you watched it right to the end. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.